Back up here, obviously. Not doing a ton of labor today. Today's more prep work for tomorrow. I've got to make sure that my brother's generator works, and then I need to assemble the cement mixer, which is I'm very excited about. If this doesn't work out as a cement mixer, I can get endless entertainment out of just spinning this thing around. So this part is bent. You can see where it caved in right there. Today has been a rather challenging day. Losing sunlight, I need to cut rebar and cut this wood at least to the point where I can fit it in the bed. So now we're going to lay these kind of along the footpath. So I'm going to get to work. Talk to you later. That's my battery. Well, there's nothing to be done about that. So I'm here getting work done, and gosh, these freaking neighbors. Hey, neighbors, keep it down over there.
Start the saws.
You know, you can't pick your neighbors these days. You think you move into a peaceful place, and then you just get a bunch of schmucks show up. Yeah, this is what these schmucks did. They dumped their pile. I mean, I don't even recognize the place anymore. My neighbors are wrecking the place. Hello, everybody.
How we doing?
They say fine.
We're slacking. We're just sitting around.
We have to import our shade here because we've been chopping down so many trees. Man, I wish I could have put a camera on the top of that tree. is.
Hello, Florida. How are we doing today?
They say fine.
They say fine. We say it's great.
Yep. So here's the deal. I'm thinking that the last half hour of footage might magically come up missing because Jim showed up. He didn't even give me time to freaking turn the camera on, and he had like 5 trees down.
They were rotten trees, man. They were rotten trees.
Oh, they all had to go. I'm talking about your efficacy, man. I sit there and ponder, and it's like, all right, I can do this. I can do this. You're like, rain, rain, rain. And what's funny is, you know, your family just sort of gets out of the way.
Yeah.
So,
They know to look up when I got a saw in my hand.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
That's experience. Couple close calls.
So lots of firsts for Jim here. It's first time driving his own truck. It's first time driving through the town. He showed up last night. They arrived at 10:30, and that was an hour and a half away. So where we pulled into, it was pitch black. It was like Deliverance. But yep, I swear I heard a banjo. But the really beautiful when we woke up. You know, it looks over a lake. So, anyways, we're off to get another chainsaw because, you know, I guess the trees aren't coming down fast enough. So we'll, you know, try to keep up.
Old school, same as you know, all the way down.
All the way down.
A few pulls until it goes up. Take it off the trailer. The only reason it took that many is because the carpet's dry. Yeah.
All right,
Take one.
take one. Ready? Yep. And lift. Oh, that's not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Come on.
I think we should have filled that up more. Yep. What was that? That wasn't funny. Oh, it must have just, I wonder if it just squirted out of that.
Alright. Should be alright.
That was anticlimactic.
Yeah.
All right, good morning. It is 8 o'clock on the money, which is our rental time for this bad boy. So we're all hooked up, just waiting for Jim to get a diesel can, and then we're gonna head out. So let's go have a closer look. So we're gonna pull tires, but I think we're fine. All right, nope, that's working perfectly. So it looks like we got a tractor tailgating us. I don't know, Jim's kind of a slow driver, but he's trying his best to lose him. So what do you think, dude?
I think it's going to be a fun day.
Yeah.
I mean, dirt, tractor,
Yeah. So many possibilities.
every little kid's dream.
Yeah. Man, you got a straight shot to the boats there. That's awesome.
No battery.
Dead freaking battery. Does this not make perfect sense? All right, man, let's see. Nice. Oh, man. Piper down. Gosh dang it. I'm like, what I just hit? There's nothing here for miles. I hit my water barrel. Yo, that thing just sprung right back up. Like a freaking Hun out of the snow on Mulan. Dude, I gotta remember to freaking rate this thing. Ran over with car, sprung right back up. Nice. All right, back to work. Whoa, hang on a second. Awesome. Alrighty. That's our modern day equivalent of putting our vanquished foe's head up on a stake. So watch out, trees. All right, one stump down, about 50 to go. Okay, see how long that took? Look at all this, just right here. Take two.
Take two.
Now we've got a skid steer tailgating us. I don't know what it is about these people up North Florida. They drive real close, but these tractors, man, they can go 60 miles an hour. All right, so why don't you tell us what happened in your own words, sir?
In my own words, apparently it's a running theme with me and hydraulic fluid. This tractor just started leaking hydraulic fluid. This time I thought it'd be best to stop running it and take it back.
Yeah.
Oh, and the battery wouldn't start back up.
Yeah. I think we captured that.
Yeah.
We had to jump start it with a little Scion, which is kind of embarrassing for a tractor, but whatever. It didn't quite perform on the stumps like we'd hoped. I went and picked up the team, got back, and we saw this thing parked. I was like, oh boy, there's got to be a story there. So, long story short, we're trying again with a skid steer. Yep. So, we'll keep you updated. All right, you're good.
Still all right?
Yep.
Beehive.
Yep. Oh, really?
See you later. There's a beehive there.
Hey, what's a beehive doing in the ground? Nice. Got a stuck drone there somewhere. There it is. Yep, I'm going after it. Man, he's got to drop it on his... Yeah. So you might remember last time I was standing in this spot, I said we were gonna change the bathhouse size from 6x8 to 8x8, and there's 2 trees we were thinking of moving, and we had some considering to do. Hang on. Yeah, we ended up we ended up moving both trees. I can't even say that with a straight face. We ended up moving both trees. There's the stake, so technically we have the stump to move, but yeah, it's changed a bit. Jim wanted to clear the way so I can get my boats out of his, side of the property, and there he is going to town. Turns out Jim's really good at skid steers, so he's been tearing it up here pretty good. I'm having a really hard time even telling where I am. Just so you're not worried that we're clear cutting the place, we're actually selectively keeping trees that we want to grow healthy, because this place was so thickly forested that the trees were just battling for sunlight, and there's a lot of tree rot. So, we've knocked down a lot on purpose. And so once we get the buildings up and in place, then we'll start putting stuff back. We're gonna do like fall colors, fire maples and stuff like that. Maybe some colorful things, like whatever is a closest thing to a jacaranda that doesn't shed. Getting back to work. All right, it's my turn. Did he just say, uh-oh? Whoa, good heavens, man. How does a normal sized person fit in here? Whoa. Yeah, this might be the most comfortable. This is super comfortable in here. Alrighty. I'll try to keep this recording. Hey, what's the foot pedal? What's the foot pedal?
Gas.
Oh, that makes sense. Gas. Time to move the pile, because that's what's blocking the road. Yep. As he's bringing the whole forest. Dude, what the crap? So we've broken through to the other side of the road. So Jim is just sort of flattening things out right now. We've got all the major stumps that we can get today. It's pretty late. We've been going since about 7 this morning, and it's 6 right now. So any labor union would be pretty pissed at us right now. Great day, so much accomplished. So there's a side road we always park on, and there is our entrance driveway right between these posts. Sorry, stumps. Unfortunately, our surveyor spikes are buried somewhere. We've got enough of them that we could triangulate. You can see all the way through to the other road. All right, he's gonna get through to the western road. So I've clearly figured out the division of labor here. I'm talking to our audience. I am the crash test dummy of the hammock. And I say crash test dummy because I'm missing a carabiner, so I'm using a stick in its place. So who knows how that works. There's Jim and all his family over there.
On the neighbors.
They're laughing at Jim's face, which I've been doing since we were like 6 years old.
Well, we better buy that property, huh?
Yeah, otherwise we're trespassing. But then we have to clean all that up. So we had a heck of a day. And I'm not saying that sarcastically at all. We had a heck of a day. I've never seen people work so hard in my life. I don't remember Jim working this hard when we were kids. I know I sure as heck didn't. They just never stopped. I would have been happy to get the east driveway cut. I would have been thrilled to get the east driveway cut plus the area for the bathhouse. I would have been thrilled to get the whole driveway cut. And we got it all done. But here's the best part. Hold on, I'm gonna turn this around. That's what I get to relax to. Not bad. Couldn't bloody well tell you which lake this is. There's like a million of them up here. I know northern Florida is just kind of like that, but it's super relaxing. Jim's taking the skid steer back. Hope he doesn't get lost. So I'm chilling while waiting in the shower line. Not a bad place to chill. Thanks for coming along. See you guys tomorrow.
Who's this good looking girl out in the woods? And the video just got ruined. Look the fish under your moss.
Yeah. 你看，嘿嘿嘿，一群小鱼儿。
Say hi. All right, how we doing? We're at the end of King's Landing. There's Mike over there. So we worked for a couple days. We've been playing for a couple days. Today's our last day of playing. Tomorrow we're just gonna finalize a bunch of little stuff. Great time. This part of Florida is beautiful, and couldn't ask for anything more. Mama's about to jump in the water again. Had a great time. This was a bucket list thing. I highly suggest if you ever get the chance to come out to this part of Florida, definitely come check out King's Landing. You'll be impressed. You will certainly be impressed. Let me take my hat off. I'm sorry. It's pretty awesome, man. Spectacular. It's a great time. Great paddle. A lot of fun. Go ahead, Michael. Is it hot out?
Yep.
Mom over there with some goggles on, laying in the water. Yeah, pretty cool, huh? Hey, back again. Here we are. Where are we at, Mike?
King's Landing, Apopka, Florida. Middle of the water. You got mosquitoes on your side, man. I got no mosquitoes over there. This is great. I've lived here 30 something years now and didn't even know this existed. But full disclosure, I never looked. So I'm betting at least my older boys knew this existed. So bad on you guys for not never letting me know.
Yeah, pretty cool. We saw an alligator today.
Yeah, like it came right at Jim.
Saw a turtle today. We've seen, it won't pick it up, but there's actually a bunch of fish just hanging out here with us. But yeah, we've had a grand day, man. This has been fun. Like I said, definitely come here and try this out. This is a lot of fun.
We saw Gainesville, even though Gainesville is not on the way to Apopka. So,
yeah, like a little bonus side trip.
Yeah, how crazy is that? Go Gators. I'm gonna make this quick because I don't have bug spray on and the mosquitoes are coming out. I'm getting ready to take off. Just want to wrap this up saying this has been a colossally productive and effective weekend. My gosh. Hopefully you've seen from the videos just what we got accomplished. And behind me you'll see that is the first time one of our cars is parked on the property. I wish I could say I brought that through one of the two, driveway entrances that Jim was nice enough to cut. But I'm afraid that sand is so loose and deep right now, pretty much the sign would sink into oblivion and take me with it. So, yeah, I drove it right over that nice brick path that I made. Fit like a charm. So it's going to stay here. I need to take the truck back down south to get a few things looked at and get a couple of IBC totes so we can start collecting water here. Super exciting. Yeah, so I can't thank Jim and his family enough. I know this is his property too, but most of the work was done on my property. And they just worked nonstop. I'm really finding out this is a speedway, a dusty one. Anyways, one thing that we didn't catch on camera that I wanted to share was, so tractors, I'm just going to use that as a general term. What we had the second time around was a skid steer, but we'll just say tractor. They're heavy, even small ones, and much more heavier than the trailers that they ride on. And so, you know, when you're removing or placing a tractor on a trailer, you want to make sure that the trailer is attached to a truck. When you drive up the back of the trailer, if it's the truck that keeps it from going turk. So I think you already know the end of this story, but so good old Jim, always thinking things through. We decided we had until noon the next day to return the tractor, but it's like, you know what, we got other plans for, you know, that day. That's the day we headed to St. Augustine. So it's like, let's just return it tonight. Crap, we got 45 minutes to get it back, which, you know, the Home Depot was, you know, about 20 away, but maybe Jim was figuring in a couple times to make the wrong turns at the Circle K's. So he like does his last bit of smoothing and immediately drives right out the east driveway and right up onto the trailer, which was, you know, along the main road here. The problem is the truck was over here. And Jim thought about this right at the last second, just as the trailer went, and instead of going, let's back up and go get the truck, he guns it. But of course he pulls it off. And of course we didn't capture it on camera. We didn't capture a lot of good stuff on camera, but that was classic Jim. So yeah. Thanks for keeping things entertaining, dude. Anyways, we had a great week, lots of work, lots of fun, and now it's time to go home. So I just dropped them off at the airport, swapped the cars around, and now I'm gonna go scrub chiggers off my legs and start driving home. So thanks for coming along with us again, but that's all for now. You guys take care.